Oh, hello. Welcome to another day in my life. I did not see it there. No, I'm kidding. I literally put the camera here on purpose. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing another one of these get ready with me, and today I'm going to be talking about going back from a full-time creator over to corporate job. And so I honestly didn't know how I was going to start off this video, and it actually took me a while to actually get to this point, to actually accept and be okay that I am gonna be going back to corporate, or I'm considering it heavily. Just because, you know, some of the things that like people don't tell you about being a full-time travel content creator is that it doesn't work out all the time. And I guess if you just like don't have it figured out in the first like 2 years, 3 years or so, I think it's time to change. I think for the longest time I was really adamant, and I had held on to so much pride. I didn't realize I was so prideful of the fact that I just had unlimited time. And because I had unlimited time, and that was my greatest asset that I believed that I had, I just didn't want to give it up at all. And so I think that was also the main reason why I stress so much about trying to survive in this world. And when a lot of people ask if I have like a sugar daddy or something funding my trips, no, I don't have a sugar daddy, and I've never asked any daddy to give me some money for my trips. So how did I do it? I had money saved. I talked my way through things. I have met the right people along the way, and I traveled on a shit ton of credit card points. When I had first started traveling, I only expected myself to do this for like a year and then kind of move on to the next stage of my life. And when I started it, I was still young. I was at the end of my 23rd year of life. And so I was like, you know what, I have time. Like, I'll have time if I ever want to go back to corporate, just because I have a degree, then I'll have like some experience to give me that edge. That 1 year turned into 2 and to 3, but also because of COVID, it kind of extended my time. And the real reason why I wanted to do all of it was because I wanted to end up getting lost in Southeast Asia, which, yeah, there was a pause for like 2 years, and then I'm really glad I did it. Really glad that I stuck with my word and I did exactly what I said I was going to do. There is no right way of doing things. I also just kind of feel like people say you're young, people say you have time, and yeah, sure, I do still feel like I'm young, but at the same time, maybe it's because I live within New York City, and I swear people here are just built different. People here just view life responsibilities, corporate, in such a different way, but it's also New York City. In a way, I feel kind of pressured to make a decision within the next like month or so what I want to do with my life now, because doing this traveling lifestyle right now, for me at least, it's not sustainable. And I mean, technically I think it can be sustainable, or it could have been if I just went a different route, but you live and you learn. And being at home and doing nothing, or like the bare content minimum for the last 2 months, legit was the first time in 3 years where I finally got to like sit down and actually do nothing and actually finally think about everything that I've done. And it's a lot, and I don't think I actually have given myself enough credit for the things that I have accomplished. And I think a lot of that is from me running around everywhere, and me also just not having the time to just like take a step back and just reflect on everything. The fact that I came back home and I had no travel plans for the first time in 3 years is wild to me, because your girl is so good at just buying one-way flights. But this is, yeah, like the longest I've gone without going to the airport. Looking back at this life, I had no expectations whatsoever, and I had no actual goal of what I wanted from this. All I wanted was to travel and take photos. And so there's a lot of things that I could have done to improve, but with like the uniqueness of the situation, I started traveling and then COVID hit literally like 3 months later, and I was away from home. And it was too early in the journey where I wanted to actually go back home, and it wasn't an option for me. However, I still made it work, and I'm proud of myself for actually making it work. So also, if you're wondering why I'm rubbing my foundation with my fingers on, is because this one friend that I made while traveling in Asia, I saw her doing this and I was like, do you want a sponge? And she was like, no, it's fine. And then I just got like, I realized this is actually so much quicker, and then I just pat it down with a sponge. I know it might seem ratchet, but like I feel like I don't waste as much makeup either. But anyways, there's a lot of things I know I could have done that will have allowed me to sustain traveling longer. But then I came to a point where I just wanted to start traveling with people again. And it's not because I felt like lonely or anything, but I've done so many cool things alone for so long. Sometimes you just want to experience something cool with others. And I'm getting to that age where I kind of do feel like I should have it somewhat figured out, or be on that path, or at least the beginning of the last path that I kind of want to take. And now I'm just thinking like, are people gonna hire me? And I was never opposed going back to corporate, but I am stuck right now. I'm stuck in the fact that I don't know what direction I want to go towards, and sometimes having too many options is not good either. Right now, I think my options are find like a barista job around the area just to make some side cash while I look for a job, because I know the job process also is not just instant. It's gonna take some time, like hiring and interviewing, multiple rounds with multiple companies, and I haven't done it in a while. So I'm not banking on literally like landing a job the first week I started applying for jobs. So there's that. Or I was talking to one of my friends who told me that if I need to go down to Miami, that he has a spare room for me. And you know, like I've been really lucky that along my journey, I've met a lot of dope people who are supportive and no matter what I do, and who accept me no matter what I do, how much money I make, decisions that I make. And it's saying like, if I need some help, I can try to figure it out down there. So that's an option. But again, it's like, should I just stay in one place? Like, should I just try to like suck it up and stay at my parents' place? But I also know that within the last like 2 months that I've been here, I've not even been giving my 50% of my energy. I know I'm not working to my fullest potential, but I'm really comfortable. And again, like I can be making these excuses forever, and life is relative, and I feel like I am just like really good at making excuses or complaining about my situation, but that's life. I think a lot of what social media portrays is trying to convince you to like quit your job, or to encourage you on how to quit your job in order to have this free traveling lifestyle. It's definitely a cool lifestyle, and it is something that most people don't get, right? And I mean, circling back to me just not wanting to give up unlimited time, because when I was working corporate, the only thing was time. I was juggling like a 40-hour job, well technically like 2, One, which was my corporate job, and then the other one was pretty much my branding. And I'm not lying, I spent at least 40 hours or more trying to build my own website, learning how to build it from scratch. And then I also had, like, I was getting a digital marketing certificate in the city. I was taking classes, I was trying to build my brand, I was trying to learn like the ropes of photography, and I just didn't have time. I was sleeping like five hours every day, even on the weekends. And so the moment I finally got time, it came down to me having way too much time and me not understanding how to manage it. And so, like a lot of people, I worked better on a structure. Right now, like, reality's slowly hitting me, and it's like, you couldn't continue to try to push, because now I understand like what I did wrong or what I lacked in that I need to work on more in order to make this traveling life sustainable. But at the same time, like, then I would have to go back and give in like 300%. Can I do it? Absolutely. I have no doubt, because when something is important for me, no one can stop me. But at the same time too, like, what is realistic? A lot of companies are having hiring freezes in Q1, Q2. I need money. And I think it was a good thing that I kind of got like broke, because it made me realize the things that used to come naturally for me, that was really easy for me to do, I can't really do them anymore. Because anything you want to do in life, well, most of the time you legit need money to do anything. And so I am just kind of currently at that stage right now where I have to decide, and I'm not even giving 50% of my effort, because there's something about just being at your parents' home that just doesn't make you feel like you want to do anything. Again, that can be an excuse, but at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you, right? Life is honestly scary, and I promise you're not gonna have it figured out, especially when you start. Like, you're not gonna have it figured out, and you never know when one thing leads to the other. And I think it's really important to be open-minded, but also after like traveling and living like this for so long, I realized like everyone can give you all the advice in the world. Not everyone's gonna give you the same advice, and people are gonna give you advice from their experiences, or they're telling you what they know, but your life is literally unique to you. I think I just have to follow me. Do have to be realistic, of course, but I was never opposed to going to corporate. I think for the longest time though, I just didn't want to give up my time. But I think just for the last 2 months, it was necessary for me to understand and go through all the emotions and the actual physical, mental, and emotional motion of transitioning back into this. I'm actually getting ready to go for this interview. But again, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not really sure if this is the right way I want to go towards, but I have to try. Hello. So I am sitting in my car waiting for my first interview in about 3.5, actually maybe 4 years. Yeah, my first interview in 4 years. Crazy, and I'm definitely not dressed how I used to dress up for interviews, but how do I feel? I feel like I'm stepping into a new era of my life. Although this is familiar, it seems kind of unfamiliar. And yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes. So that's it. So full-time creator lifestyle, creating and living in your own reality, and then going back to corporate. It's kind of like reality just hit me again, but at the same time, I think it's also because it's like a huge change in my life again that I'm feeling this way, and nobody likes change, right? Or you just have to learn how to deal with change as it comes. So just like going through it, but I know I've kind of changed the way I create my content on YouTube. I freaking love making travel videos, I do, but I don't think I'm at that right state of mind right now to make travel videos, but obviously when I have the opportunity, I will for sure be vlogging me getting lost by myself and exploring places for the first time. I do miss that. So if you guys have been here from day one, I love you so much and thanks for being here. And if you watch this far into my boring rant and video, can you please comment the word coconut cold brew, because I found this coconut cold brew and it's friggin' fire and I want to get it right now. So I'm not gonna lie, this video took me a while to get up to make, just because I was like legit being emotional AF. But I thought it's really important to start documenting this in case anybody else needs this, and for me to kind of just like express everything that I'm feeling now and the new journey that I'm going through, and to see if I get a job. So, all right, I'm gonna go to the interview, and then after that, I'm actually meeting friend in the city. My friend has an event launching his new product, and I haven't really gone out in the city. I've just been like a house cat, and I've literally gained like 3 pounds this week. It's just like wild. But yeah, so if you guys haven't done so already, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe onto this channel for more, not travel vlogs, but maybe home vlogs like this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Safe and happy travels. Hi. Okay, it was raining, but that wasn't too bad at all. I think I was more nervous than I didn't have to be. Yeah, interview went pretty well. I hope there's good news from it. I think the other thing too is that sometimes I feel like we just have crazy scenarios in our head where we might overthink things like I do. But that's good. That was good. I haven't done that in a while, so I feel good.